Hey there, Sea Dogs, Legends, and Swabbies. This is DeathBlow here. I wanted to take a little bit of time today to do a new kind of video for the channel. Typically been showing gameplay and fun things that happen to me while I'm streaming, but I wanted to take a second to break down some of the announcements that were in today's video on the Sea of Thieves YouTube channel as they talk about what's going to be coming up in the June update. The first thing that old Three Sheets Neat discussed in the update video today was a statement made for the Black Lives Matter movement, and they took some time to really highlight and showcase how we as players can help combat racism and bigotry within the game. And I'm going to just echo what he said and point out that you can report players either on the Sea of Thieves website by submitting any video or screenshot evidence that you have of them making racist comments or discriminating against anybody in any way, really. And I encourage you to make use of that report system, especially if you do have specific evidence. You can also report people directly on their Xbox profile, and that will send a report to the Xbox team, which is a different kind of punishment. Presumably, I'm not a console player. I play on PC. This is the only Xbox title that I have. But presumably, for some players, that's a harsher sentence and a harsher punishment. So I want to encourage players to use that as well. And also as a note to Rare, personally, the most bigotry and racism that I've heard is found in the arena waiting room. And I don't have a way to determine who said what. It's all kind of hectic and chaotic, but I've heard easily the most toxic and racist and sexist comments there. So I hope they're doing something specifically to monitor that and keep an eye on that, as that really is, to me, kind of ground zero for this type of behavior in this game. And it's not a blight or a black mark on Rare specifically or anything like that. It's just something that we all need to work together to try and fight and put an end to in our games. So I really hope people make use of the report features that are available. And I hope Rare really goes after people that are reported, so that way these reports have teeth and some action and some progress can be made. With the most important topic out of the way, I want to look at some of the additions that are being made to the game, the first of which was actually announced a couple days ago and has been part of the Twitch Drops program that's going on right now. There's 14 days in a row. We're about halfway through it as of today, I believe, where every single day on Twitch you can watch a partnered streamer who's able and has drops enabled on their channel, and you'll get yourself a reward after 30 minutes of watching one of their streams. And now we're starting to see some of the Blighted Ship rewards as part of this Twitch Drops program. The Blighted Ship is one of my favorite sets they've put out in a while. If you haven't noticed, a lot of my channel art and my aesthetic is very dark and brooding and almost evil. I think I specifically mentioned Voldemort's Dark Mark when I was discussing things with the animators and designers of my logo and the intro animation. This ship really reflects that aesthetic in my mind, and specifically the figurehead I think is great. As I said, make sure you keep watching on Twitch every single day in order to unlock some of the pieces of this ship. Another new feature they're discussing adding in the next patch is the shanty selection system. This is very cool for role players and just a nice quality of life change to the game, to be honest. They're adding 8 new shanties, as well as the ability to select them from a wheel. And you can even see in the screenshot, we might also be getting the ability to see your voyages instead of in the tab menu. You might be able to see them in a wheel as well. So that's another cool quality of life change that isn't announced or talked about, but visible in the screenshot that you can see here from their YouTube video today. Obviously, I'm not promising anything, but I did notice that in the video and wanted to point it out to you. Hopefully that's something we do get. I do kind of hate having to press tab and select all those menu options. An easier way would be very welcome, in my opinion. Since I buried the lead, the last thing we'll talk about is the biggest addition to the game as part of the June update. A new voyage type for Order of Souls is being added this patch, and that means ghost ships. And no, I'm not misspeaking and meaning skeleton ships. Actual ghost ships are being added to the Sea of Thieves. Judging by the image of a player holding a voyage flyer in their hand that has the Ghost Fleet voyage printed on it, I believe this will function similar to how merchant quests or merchant voyages function, in that sometimes you'll have the option to buy cargo runs, other times you'll have the option to buy the animal delivery runs. And I hope this functions exactly the same way. I think when they add new fun content to the game, it's important that it be very easily repeatable. If people are enjoying it, give them the option to play it as much as possible. These ghost Ghost ships are described by Andrew Preston as more of a sailing challenge than a combat challenge. He says you need to weave in and out of the ships and take shots at them in order to sink them. We can see a big chunk of one of the ships taken off with one cannonball, so I think they're going to be pretty fragile. But there are some really cool new mechanics that these ships have. First are the phantom cannonballs. These seem to be the basic mode of fire for the ships. Probably function very similar to regular cannonballs. No further details are given. Next are the much more powerful Wraith balls. These function kind of like cannon scatter shot. They'll leave multiple holes in your ship when they hit you and give you significant knockback effects. They also drop ghostly mines behind them, so if you're trailing behind any of these ships, you might want to keep an eye out and a gun handy to be able to shoot them and keep your path clear. That's all the specifics we've been given about the Haunted Shores update, but we're only 5 days away from getting our hands on it ourselves, so I'm really looking forward to this change. Ghost ships are the exact kind of content I love to see added to this game, so I can't wait to get my hand on those, grind them, see how they interact with the emissary system, exactly how they function, and I hope you guys are excited for it too. That's going to wrap things up for the Haunted Shores June content update preview video here on the channel. If you guys like this kind of video, please let me know. I'll continue to make them as they preview the upcoming monthly updates. They did also address some other concerns like hit registration and things like that they're still continuing to work on, bug fixes. All those are a very big positive for the game. I'm glad they're not taking their focus away from them while still bringing us new content. So I'm really, really hopeful for this game that I love to get even better as time goes on. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this video and on this channel. Really appreciate it, getting me ever closer to that goal of getting my custom YouTube URL. We'll see you guys next time.